So for the exoplanets, the way it works is there's a method of detection of exoplanets called the transit method, where if you imagine a star is like a
Yeah,
circle
yeah, yeah.
and it emits a certain amount of
Uh-huh.
light and the camera can pick it up. Well, if an exoplanet comes past and blocks some of that light, the star is now not as bright to the
Uh-huh.
camera as it was before and after the transit. And so if you graph out brightness of the star versus time, what ends up happening is it's like bright, 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 not bright, not bright, not bright, 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 because the planet is passing in front of the star and blocking that. And if you make careful, precision, calibrated measurements, you can measure that and generate light curves. That's the shape of that curve I
Yeah.
was just talking about. And you can learn stuff about the what they call ephemeris of the planet, which is like the orbital parameters, the size, the gravity, sometimes its composition, its period, how fast is it going around the star, is it an eccentric orbit or is it a more perfect circle orbit type like that? So there's lots of stuff that you can do with that. So I like to do that for fun because that's like I like
Uh-huh.
science. My gear is kind of expensive, but I don't want to put it together, calibrate it, use it, shut it down, move it in the house every night. It's just too big a pain butt. So basically, I just built a big old shed in my yard, and I can think it's right over here. It's that thing right there. It's got a
Oh,
garden
okay.
attached to it. So
Yeah.
that big triangle thing at the top is the roof, and every day that I wanna use it, I just go out there and there's a rope, I just pull the roof open, the whole roof
Yeah,
slides
that's cool.
off, and the scope is permanently inside, and it just points around. I It's all robotic, so I just from the computer say, "Go to this target, do these number of images under this filter for this long, this type," and it'll just do it robotically, and then the next morning I can work up the data. So I
That's
do
so cool.
exoplanets. I've also done asteroids. You can do things like comets and stuff
Mhm.
too. So I haven't tried that. It's a little bit trickier to do comets, but because comets are moving relative to the background, whereas the stars don't. The stars are the background. But yeah, I've been doing that for I don't know 5, 6, 10 years now. But it's cool because in addition to the photometry part of it, you can do what we call pretty pictures, which is just like
Okay,
astrophotography.
yeah.
So you could just take pictures of things in the sky. So I like galaxy, like spiral, face on spiral
Mhm.
galaxies, where you could see the spiral arms. Those are my favorites. And so I love to take pictures of those, especially in the interacting galaxies. So galaxies that are smashing into each other, they have like, you could see the parts going flying off, and when you take the picture and it's very deep, like, I don't know how much you know about photography, but I'll do exposure times of up to 60 minutes
Holy
sometimes. So the
crap,
shutter will
yeah.
stay open for 60
Yeah.
minutes straight. Yeah, so the way it works for this, because obviously you can only image when the sun's down. So if you have 8 hours of darkness and you're taking 1 hour exposures, at best you're getting 8 frames a night.
Mhm.
So when you every so you do that every night for multiple nights in a row, and you can get hundreds of hours stacked up together in an image. And then when you mathematically smash them together, you can drop out the fuzzy ones, where there's a cloud, where there's a satellite, or whatever, and then you can take only the best frames, the best of the data, put them together, and then you can get a really pretty picture. So I do a lot of that too, mostly just for fun. I do have, some of my images printed, like my daughter, when she was my oldest, when she was little, room theme was
Okay.
elephants, and so there's a nebula called the elephant's trunk nebula because it looks like a little thing and like a little hook. And so I spent, I don't know, 60 hours imaging it, and then another
Oh,
60
that's
hours
so
processing
cool.
it. And then I printed it out on metal and hung it up on the wall so it looks like a little elephant trunk.
That's so
So yeah, it's
neat,
just really cool
yeah.
stuff to do. And space, like I'm a nihilist, so it's like when I look up and I see space, and reminds me of our place in the cosmos, which is nowhere and nothing. It's like, it's like, "Yep, this is it. This is what I got. It's a good beer. Alright, good night."
Always got the
A
beer.
lot of people can't handle it.